20 things I learned in 20 years of my life, and you can learn them in just few minutes. Point number 1, if you really want to grow in life, you don't only have to learn things, but you also have to unlearn a lot of things. For example, you probably grew up learning that eating a lot can make you gain weight. But let's be honest, we all have that one friend who eats a lot but still looks the same. So before learning how to gain something, you must learn how to gain something. Point number 2, almost everything in this world is comparative. For example, if you think that you are the richest person flexing your iPhone, then there is definitely someone flexing their iPhone and Lamborghini. In the same way, if you are someone thinking that you don't even have your own room, there is definitely someone who don't even get their meal 2 times a day. Point number 3, every personality have magic in it. I remember there came some days in my life where I was obsessed with these terms called introvert, extrovert, alpha, sigma and whatnot. And to make it even worse, I was trying to find the best personality. But now I know that every personality have some magic in it. For example, if you are introvert, people might call you antisocial, but you have great observation skills, my buddy. And similarly, if you are extrovert, people might call you a party animal, but you have the confidence to initiate conversations, and I really appreciate that. Point number 4, a lot of times silence is better than words. You know those times when we try to explain something but the person that asks for it doesn't even listen. So those are the moments for silence. Point number 5, all of us has lied someday in our lives, right? But you know what I have noticed about lying, that lying becomes a habit. After some times you start to lie even when it's not needed. So if you also have this habit, change it as soon as possible. Point number 6, remember how worried you were when you didn't completed your homework one day? The teacher was strict as hell, but today look at you, you don't even remember that incident clearly. So the point number 6 is, even after the darkest nights, sun comes up all bright. Point number 7, decluttering is a skill which not a lot of people have, so if you have it, use it, and if you don't, learn it. Point number 8, being alone is far better than being with the fake people. This one thing has helped me in so many ways that I can't even explain it. Point number 9, choosing the path of truth might seem scary at first, but it's the path where you'll never meet guilt and regret. Point number 10, when in rush, don't make big decisions. Take your time, think through, and then decide. Point number 11, in order to get someone or something, you don't have to lose yourself. And if you are losing yourself, then that's not worth it. Point number 12, well, this is something which I have learned very late in my life, and that is seeking validation. And this is one of the most toxic thing that you can do to yourself. Point number 13, presentation does matter, so it's never a bad idea to invest on it. Just make sure to not overdo it. Point number 14, the world is not all roses and lilies, it has cactuses too, so you better be careful. Point number 15, learn as many skills as you want to. You don't have to think that if it's profitable or not. If nothing, then at least you will gain experience and the joy to learn new things. Point number 16, negative self-talk should be replaced with positive affirmations as soon as possible. People are enough to talk bad about ourselves. At least we should talk great to ourselves. Point number 17, never ignore your gut feeling. It can save you from a lot of things. Point number 18, your closest friend can give you the hardest betrayals. Always be aware of what you share with whom. Point number 19, saying no would be one of the biggest skills you'll acquire throughout your life. Point number 20, self-love is not selfish. And when I say self-love, it doesn't mean just skincare, going out and having food. Yeah, it is included in self-love if you enjoy doing it. But self-love is far more than that. For me, it's standing for myself, doing my favorite hobby, and believing in myself even when the whole world doesn't. Let me know in the comments what self-love means for you. And if you watched it till here, which I think a lot of people doesn't, and as it's an educational video, you can drop a balloon emoji in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video or podcast. Bye-bye.